Bayern Munich thrashed Bayer Leverkusen 4-2 as Robert Lewandowski and Thomas Müller reaches milestone in resounding victory. Bayern Munich's charge towards an 8th successive Bundesliga title continued with a crushing 4-2 win at Bayer Leverkusen as Lewandowski and Thomas Müller reached impressive personal milestones. Hansi Flick's side, wearing Black Lives Matter armband, looked rusty during the opening exchanges on Saturday, yet reeled to overpower their host and go 10 points clear of Borussia Dortmund at the summit of the Bundesliga table. It all began so well for Leverkusen, who opened the scoring only through Lucas Alario, but they capitulated and conceded 3 goals in less than 20 minutes. Kingsley Coman, Goretzka and Serge Gnabry all punishing the host. Robert Lewandowski added a fine header to set a new personal best of 44 goals in a single season, turning in a cross from Thomas Müller, who recorded the Bundesliga assist record for a solitary campaign. Despite not being able to call upon Kai Havertz, missing in with a muscular injury, Leverkusen began positively and deserved the lead 9 minutes in. Alario cruising past Manuel Neuer after being released by Juan Baumgartlinger. But their confidence soon vanished and Bayern duly restored parity just before halftime. Coman slotted past Lucas Hardecki after Goretzka robbed Musa Davy to set up his teammate. Leverkusen then fell apart late in the half. Goretzka rounded off well-worked move with a left-footed effort squeezed under Hardecki's hands, while Gnabry loped the goalkeeper to make it 3-1 after putting the ball in the pitch by Joshua Kimmich. Peter Bosz took the drastic step of making 3 changes at halftime, and while chances became slightly harder to come for Flick's team, Bayer Leverkusen did not improve a great deal going forward in the second half. Bayern looked the more threatening and eventually got the foot just past the hour mark. Lewandowski barely getting in on the act with an emphatic header from Müller's pinpoint cross. Florian Wright, who was introduced at the break, opened his Leverkusen account in style with a curling effort later on to become the Bundesliga youngest ever scorer at 17 years 43 days. But it was more of a consolation for the host side. And what does this mean for Bayer Leverkusen? While Bayern's place at the top is secure regardless of the result, this was an opportunity, albeit a difficult one, for Leverkusen to take charge in the race of the 4th place after Borussia Mönchengladbach 1-0 defeat to Freiburg on Friday. They couldn't do so though, meaning they remained 5th place outside the Champions League spot as Bayern, they strengthened their grip on the title. Meanwhile, it was another wonderful performance from Bayern's maestro Thomas Müller. He teed up Goretzka for the first in the first half and then supplied a lovely assist to Lewandowski, who took his tally to 20 assists of the campaign, matching Kevin De Bruyne's Bundesliga record. It was a difficult day for Leverkusen, particularly their attackers. Diaby was woeful, his end product proving continuously frustrating, but at least he was lively. Leon Bailey, in contrast, offered little before he was withdrawn at halftime. Bayern Munich returned to the Allianz Arena for their DFB Pokal semi-finals against Eintracht Frankfurt on Wednesday. Then they host Borussia Mönchengladbach in the Bundesliga 3 days later. Meanwhile, Bayer Leverkusen are also in the cup action in midweek against Fortuna Saarbrücken on Tuesday, and then go to Schalke at the weekends.